very excited to officially welcome Barbra Banda to the Orlando Pride. As many know, she joins us on a club record fee, and we're very excited to see her Friday night here at Enrico Stadium against San Diego Wave. For those in the room, just raise your hand, and we'll have the mic runners bring the microphone to you. If you're on Zoom, use the raise hand button, and we'll open your line. We also are recording this, and we'll send out a recording afterwards as well. So to start, Barbra, can you maybe just run us through these last 2 days for you from your arrival here in Orlando to your first training today, and just how you feel?
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to say thank you. And as for my journey, it has never been easy, but I made it here. The past 2 days has been great, just doing 1 or 2 things, but I'm okay.
All right, we're going to start in the room with Austin David, our club reporter.
Barbra, welcome to Orlando officially. Kind of going off of that, what was it like coming out of the gate at the airport and seeing all the fans and having that welcome that you had the other day?
Well, thank you. I was so happy and excited, and I didn't expect that, but I think it was of warmth. It was a very good welcome for me. I appreciate the fans, the support that came to the airport. I really appreciate that. I think I should see more often those supporters in the stadium.
We're going to go to the back to Jessica Ely and then to Danielle Stein.
Jessica Ely with Fox 35. Just wondering, what was your first practice like today? What was it like being out there with your new teammates? And then also, what does this investment mean to you, the fact that the club invested so much money in you?
Well, firstly, being with the teammate today, it was very exciting. The team, everyone is friendly, very welcoming. I've already felt at home. And I think I'm here for a purpose. For a reason why I'm here is to work together with a team and to learn more with the team.
To Danielle all the way in the back.
Hi, Barbra, in the back over here. What have been your impressions of the NWSL from maybe observing from afar? Why was it such a interesting league for you to want to be part of, and why specifically Orlando? Was that a good fit as well?
Sorry, come again?
What do you like about the NWSL, maybe in terms of the level of competition, and what about Orlando specifically do you like as well?
I think the league is quite good. I've been following it from way back. I think it's a very interesting league, very strong. All the team are very physical, fast. So I think it's good for myself to improve. And one thing I love about Orlando, I've been following it as well. I think it's a very good team on my side, and I'm happy and ready to work with them.
We'll go to Farah on the left.
Welcome to Orlando. This is Farah from Telemundo. What kind of Barbra are we going to see this Friday? Understand that you're coming from playing from China, playing the qualifiers for the Olympics. What are we going to see this Friday?
I think for me, I'm always being the Barbra that everyone knows if I'm given a chance. And I wouldn't say much about that, but it's the matter of working together with a team, getting to know each other, and I have to adapt to the football that the team is playing. I have to catch up as soon as possible so that I'm able to feature in the team.
And talking about the Olympics, Paris 2024, Zambia qualified. What are you expecting for your team, and how being here in Orlando Pride is going to help you perform better in the Olympics?
Yeah, firstly, honestly, qualifying was not easy, and I think being here, it will really help me a lot to have some good quality of high level of performance, because when you see Orlando has very good quality players that I'm able to learn from, talking about the likes of Marta and these other players, very experienced, so I'm able to learn something. And to the Olympics, yeah, I'm hoping to put up a good game in each opportunity that I'll be given, so that if anything, maybe we're able to go through to the next stage, because looking at this, the group that we are in, it's a very tough group.
We're going to go to the Zoom with Tim Graney. Tim?
Welcome to America, Barbara. Can you talk about the league in China? You played there for a number of years. What you learned from playing there, and what you would like to see that league do to improve in the future?
Thank you. I think the league also in China is very good. I've been there for 4 years. I've learned a lot from the technical staff, the players, and the league itself. I think global women's football is really developing, so I'm here for a challenge and to experience different kind of football.
Thank you.
We will stay on the Zoom and go next to Theo Hughes.
Hi, Barbara, and welcome to the United States. Thanks so much for doing this. A question for Haley and Seb. In negotiations, what did you kind of put on the table to make it an attractive offer for Barbara? And for Barbara, why now? Why this club? What was the thing that kind of made you commit to this moment in your career coming to Orlando?
Oh, thank you. I heard you say, why this club?
Why this club?
Yeah.
I think for me, to make a decision, it was a challenge, but it's good that I have people behind my back that are mentoring me and always trying to talk to me to have a good decision, because I think every player has someone who is able to talk to. I think I have to give thanks to my agent, who has been really working so hard for me to be here. And I think the decision that we make, it's always helping us and move at the same page.
Hi, Theo. So I think from a negotiation standpoint, obviously there's quite a bit of money on the table, but and Orlando has a reputation of having hoarded cash, so it needed to be spent. But as far as negotiations are concerned, when you look at an athlete like Barbra, it's really about the athlete and what the athlete's interests are. And I'm very committed, as you guys probably know, and have a reputation for ensuring that athletes who traditionally may not get opportunities in mainstream markets are looked at. And I think when you look at an athlete like Barbra, her commercial potential, she should be a FIFA Best 11 every year, consistently. And I think one of the reasons she hasn't been is because people have not had the access to see her play. And I think for athletes coming out of Africa in particular, because of the number, and even other markets, you look at OFC, you look at South America, the talent pools in those continents are incredible. But it's unfortunate because oftentimes the casual soccer fan doesn't get to see them play unless it's at the Olympics or the World Cup. And so to be able to bring Barbra to the NWSL so the entire world can see her consistently week in and week out, and the amazing things that she can do, she is a special one-of-a-kind talent. And so from a negotiation standpoint, ensuring that we put a package together that not only supports her monetarily, but also, you know, we talk about developing athletes on and off the field, but you hear her talk about the importance of growth and developing as a player. And so making sure that we're providing her an environment that's high performance, where she can develop a staff that's going to support her off the field. You know, we have the facilities, we have the housing, we have everything that, you know, that we need to help her grow effectively. And that's really what it was about. You know, money is one thing, but, you know, athletes want to feel supported. And so it was important for us that we put a full package together that made her feel comfortable in coming to the NWSL and coming to Orlando.
All right, we will go.
Seb,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Theo.
So just to ask Seb, was there anything you added in those negotiations on the coaching side, that like a particular part of her game that you wanted to develop or grow?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, looking back in previous years, we wanted to add to our attack and have a player who could fit the profile that we were looking for. And obviously Barbra brings that profile and those characteristics for us to move forward. It also shows a level of ambition from the front office as well to put that sort of investment in front of
in front of the team for us to move forward, and we obviously have ambition this year to achieve the goals that we want, and Barbara's going to play a big part of that moving forward. So yeah, we identified an area that we need to improve in, and the club and the ownership were fully supportive within that ambition.
Stay on the Zoom. We'll go to Ann Peterson.
Hi, Barbara. Welcome to the United States. I'm wondering if you can introduce yourself a little bit to American fans who might not know anything about you. Like, when did you, what was it like growing up where you were, and when did you know you wanted to be a soccer player? How did you know you were talented?
Well, I think my career started when I was very young. Actually, not competitive, but just following my dad's footsteps. When I was actually 7, that's when I started following my dad. He used to play football, just social football, so that's where my interest came in. And actually in school, I used to take part in school ball games. That's where I mostly identified my talent, and it wasn't easy because where I'm coming from, it's not easy for a woman to play football, so it was a bit of a challenge, but I think I overcome because I was very determined. I knew that it is my talent, and maybe one day I'll be somewhere else. So I didn't relax, and I think from the effort of my dad, he really worked so hard for me. He pushed so hard for me to concentrate, more especially in school and football. So I tried to combine the two, which I did better.
Thank you.
We'll go to John Lupo.
Two questions. First of all, Barbara, welcome to Orlando and welcome to America. I wanted to know, have you had a chance to talk with Marta yet? Because we all know she's probably the greatest female footballer of all time. If you have, what have those conversations been like, and what have been your impressions of her so far? And for Haley and Seb, when you were looking to get a player of this caliber with the style of play that you have, which is very aggressive, you like to have a lot of the ball and get forward, did you feel like Barbara's skills, all of this technical skills she possesses, her ability to score goals, her speed, did you feel like it was sort of the perfect natural fit and the missing piece that this club needed? Thank you.
I think I didn't get the
Barbara, question for you was...
Have you got to interact with Marta at all?
What's the question again?
Have you got to interact with Marta, and how has that interaction been?
Okay, well, I think she is a very good person. We've interacted in the locker room. Like, she tried to talk to me here and then. I think it's a good feeling being with her. She's so encouraging and inspiring. So I'm here to learn more from her.
Haley or Seb on the technical question?
Seba, you want to hit that?
Yeah, I'll take. So yeah, I think the evolution of this team moving forward in this year that you've seen. Last year we were very much a transitional team. We still wanted to continue to do that. I think that's an important element to our game. But also we like to possess the ball and try and play more possession through the lines, getting good areas, but also be threatening in that attack. And so the forward line plays a big part of that, as long as we get in those areas. And I think we talked a lot recently about the execution of the finishing. I think we're creating really good chances in the last 4 games, but maybe that last finishing piece has been the deciding factor in the games. And so to add another layer to our game with Barbara as a 9, or she could play wide or a little bit lower. We like that flexibility within the squad and the players, that they're not just pigeonholed to one position. We have to constantly keep defenders guessing, and I think with that attack it can certainly do that moving forward. But most importantly, for all the good stuff that we do, we have to reward ourselves by putting the ball in the back of the net, and that'll be where you'll see a change in this team. Rather than getting 1 point, we should be able to now get 3 points in games.
All right, we're gonna go back to Jessica.
For Haley, what do you think this investment, like what message it sends to the Pride fans?
Yeah, so I think, investment is something that I see and Seb sees and the athletes see day in and day out. We can see it, we can feel it. I am on calls with the board twice a week. Every Monday and every Thursday evening, we're having conversations about things that are happening. And the amount of personal involvement that Mark, our chairman, has in, the things that are happening around the Pride is extensive. And not to say that it's micromanagerial, because it's not. We have quite a bit of autonomy, and he puts a lot of faith, and I've spoken about this before, puts a lot of faith in mine and Seb and our staff's ability to make decisions and guide the culture in the direction that the club is going in. So I think that this sends the message to the fans that the Wilfs are serious about investing in the Pride, and we want to win championships, and they're willing to do what it takes to bring in a level of an athlete like Barbra. And that's just one small part, if I'm being honest. It looks like a very large part, but it is just one small piece to the puzzle. And I could not be more thankful for the amount of investment and support that we get from the Wolf family and from our entire ownership group.
We're gonna go back to the Zoom with Jane Mwemba.
Hello, good evening.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. Barbra, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right. So my name is Jane Mwemba from Lusaka, Zambia, and my question for Barbra is that what's your target as you join Orlando Pride this season? What is your personal target as Barbra Banda?
Well, I think the team has already set the target, which is to win maybe different kind of trophies. But I personally also, I think I have my aim as I love scoring, so that's what matters most. I have to get chances and utilize my chances that I'll have in terms of scoring.
All right, we'll go back to Farah.
Yes, well, actually, one of my questions was, what was your interaction with Marta, since she's one of the players that inspire you to also make the decision to come to Pride? But also, has been there maybe other players that you felt like it was very warming, welcoming, the team, that you would like to share?
Yeah, it's not only about one person like Marta. Everyone, like I said, the girls were so welcoming. Everyone, the interaction was good during training. We had fun. We could laugh. I think I've enjoyed even the session.
Back to Danielle.
Haley, you were just talking earlier about how the Wolves have been, so generous in this investment, things like that. For you, just being in, the second year now, being the GM here, how do you love, I guess, the direction that the Pride is going in terms of their more aggressive attack to be building on this club?
Yeah, obviously, I said this when I was hired, and I maintain it now. I feel like I've hit the jackpot. This is my dream job. I work with an incredible group of individuals on the staff. Like, I couldn't be more thankful to work with Seb and be on this journey with him, and the rest of our technical staff and our support staff, our athletes. Everyone has really bought into the direction that we want to go, and the fact that the Wilfs are allowing us to sort of set that direction and set that culture and build it. It's not easy, and it takes time, and it certainly isn't built overnight, and it's built every single day and decisions that we make. And I think for me personally, right, like being both vice president and GM, it's not all about just player signings. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes as far as driving the culture and building the club that we want to create, and every single person in our environment is playing a role in that. So the investment from the Will family is very exciting, but also we have to add in that we have a group of individuals who've come together as a collective whole, who are all rowing in the same direction, who are excited to be here, who enjoy showing up to work every day, who, everybody is prioritizing supporting the team and supporting the athletes, making sure that we are doing everything that we can to set them up for success and to help them be effective and to help them grow as athletes and as people. And I really maintain that when you do the right things, it may take time to see success, but if you want to create something that is sustainable in the long term, you have to put in the time day in and day out. And I think we're seeing that. You know, we're on an upward trajectory, and I hope that that continues. And I'm excited. I maintain that excitement of being here.
Austin?
Seb, just for you, being able to see Barbra on the field today, what was your kind of first impressions, not just, you know, from watching film of her, but actually seeing her in person? And also in terms of integrating her within the team, Haley was just talking about the team culture and how important it is. How important is it just to be able to integrate Barbra within the team and kind of be patient with her getting into the team?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's important that we give Barbra some grace because she's gone through a lot this past week, you know, obviously qualifying for the Olympics, having to travel all the way over here to Orlando on Sunday, and then, you know, medical stuff. And so to integrate her straight away with the team is not something that we're going to do immediately. Being around it was important, that she feels welcome and making sure, you know, she's fit and ready, and so it's a process to that. And so, you know, moving forward, obviously the more integration with training and preparing for the game on Friday is obviously something that we have to continue to work on moving forward. But in terms of, you know, her as a person, like I said, she fits the profile that we're trying to have here in our environment, not only on the field but off the field as well. We like players with that growth mindset that are still trying to show what they can do and not be fulfilled of where they're at. Right now, it doesn't matter what age you're at, you know, there's always room for growth. And so she wants to test it. I'm speaking on your behalf here, but but obviously coming to this league, it's the most challenging league worldwide, and so challenge her talent against some of the best defenders in the world week in, week out. You know, you have to step up for that, and you have to embrace that challenge. And I think that's the type of profile and characteristics that we want here in our team. And as a team as a whole, you know, we've got ambitions. We want to achieve something this year and multiple years, and I think, you know, adding that level of talent to the squad is only going to put us in a good position moving forward.
We'll go back to the Zoom with Kelvin Chikenge. Kelvin, we are having trouble hearing you. If maybe you could send the question via chat, we can ask it in the room for you. Oh, yeah, we're good now. Thank you. All right, Kelvin, yeah, if you can send it via chat, we'll ask in the room on your behalf, please. All right, back to the room. Any more questions? Maybe give a minute for Kelvin to send his message in. All right, we haven't gotten yet. All right, I guess we will. Oh, we're gonna go back to Jane. Go ahead, Jane. We can hear you.
You're good.
All right, thank you. So my question goes to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Sam? It's a new one. Yeah.
Sorry? Yes. Now that you are one of the best players from Zambia, even on the continent, as Barbra Banda, are you looking forward to having more players from our country to tap talent from Africa and Zambia in particular, now that Barbra Banda is now playing for Orlando Pride? Any plans of investing or getting more girls from Zambia?
I think we're always looking to improve the roster. I'll never say, we wouldn't sign another Zambian player. We've got Barbra here, and we're really excited to have Barbra here and be a part of our journey moving forward. But, there's such a big pool of players worldwide, and I think you look around our squad, it's probably one of the most diverse squads in the league. And, we're always looking to invest in players globally, and so if there's a player that fits our profile and fits the culture that we've created here, then we will obviously have a look at them and see how we can integrate them with the current squad.
All right, I do have Kelvin's question here. It's a question for Barbra. Barbra, Kelvin wants to know about how you feel about May 11th, when you'll have your first chance to play against Rachel Kundanaji.
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Wow, I think it will be a very good game, playing against my teammate. All what I can say is both teams are good, but on that particular day, they lack team to carry the day.
All right, well, if it's the last one, we'll wrap up with Austin in the room here.
Barbra, just from your first impressions of the training facility and from the stadium here, what was kind of your thoughts on Orlando and being around the facilities here?
Wow, amazing! Like the facility, the training area is very fantastic, very good. Yeah, I think it's good for improvement. Like I said earlier on, I'm here to learn more from the technical staff and the players. The facility is very good, the gym and everything. I'm happy and excited about that.
All right, well, thank you very much, everyone. As mentioned, you'll have your first chance on Friday to potentially see Barbra take the field against San Diego Wave, 8 o'clock here at Introductory Stadium or on Amazon Prime. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Seb. And, of course, thank you, Barbra. We'll speak to everyone soon.